ॐ गुरुरेव गति गुरुमेव भजे गुरुनैव सहास्मि नमो गुरवे न गुरुः परमं शिशुरस्मि गुरोः मतिरस्मि गुरो मम पाहि गुरो सच्चिदानन्दरूपाय विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे तापत्रयविनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नमः। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय हरये परमात्मने प्रणतः क्लेशनाशाय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। यं प्रव्रजन्तमनुपेदमभेदकृत्यं द्वैपायनो विरहकादर आजुहाव पुत्रेदि तन्मयतया तरवोऽभिनेदुस्तं सर्वभूतहृदयं मुनिमानदोऽस्मि नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। सर्वेभ्यः नमस्कारः. In my last video, I completed till chapter 14 of Canto 3 of Srimad Bhagavada Purana. We saw that Kashyap Rishi said to his wife Diti that because she had that passion to have a progeny at the wrong time, that is at the Sandhya time, 2 sons will be born to her, but they will be very cruel and will be disturbing the Rishis, the innocent people, the Devas, everyone. They will confront with each and every one. And since she repented for it and prayed to Rudra to have mercy on her, because she repented for her mistake, your grandson will be born in her line and he will be a great bhakta. Kashyap Rishi was referring to Bhakta Prahlada. And her 2 sons will also die by the hands of Bhagavan. So hearing that, Diti was satisfied. Anyway, because of her uncontrollable desire, because of that, she had to get that punishment. But as a result, her sons will be killed by Bhagavan. Bhagavan will incarnate and take an avatar and kill them. And moreover, she will have a grandson who is a great bhakta. So she was satisfied with her. But in fear to give birth to her children, she kept that fetus for a long time. For a long time means up to 100 years. She kept that fetus in her womb itself without giving birth. In those times, the entire Prakriti, nature, the nature of people, everything was different and completely different. So she kept the fetus for nearly 100 years. So around that time of birth of her children, the whole universe realized it because so many bad omens were seen everywhere. There were complete darkness in the quarters, sudden darkness, sudden showers, sudden rain, sudden thunder, everything happened suddenly. And it was not such a good omen because sometimes some Vedic rituals have to be done in the early morning period, some have to be done in the night. So, like this, the Vedic rituals are disturbed by this sudden change in nature. So the Devas as well as the guardians of the quarters, they were so worried about it because they cannot proceed with the rituals, Vedic rituals, peacefully. So they all went to Brahmadeva and reported it. So they said that we are not able to perform the Vedic rituals because of the sudden change in nature. So that is, the world completely lost its luster. So they were all worried and they worshipped Brahmadeva. They said, Namo Vijnana Viryaya Mayayedamupeyushe Grihida Gunabedaya Namaste Vyaktayonaye. Vyaktayonaye means, the yone means the one is the cause from that everything is born. Vyakta means manifested. So Bhagavan, that is Brahmadeva, is the cause of this manifested universe. Salutations to you. Grihita Guna Bhedaya. That is, he has attained this form by assuming the Rajo Guna. You have taken this form by Rajo Guna. And Vijnana Vidyaya, you are that power of knowledge. Salutations to you. You have assumed this form out of Maya. Salutations to you. So the Devas guarding the quarters, they reported and complained to Brahmadeva that we cannot do anything because of the sudden change in everything, in this nature, and that is because of the fetus in the Didi's womb. So you know about the past and you know about the future. So do something for us, something to save this world. Because if the Vedic rituals are not performed at the right time in the right way, then the entire creation will be affected by it. So you do something, they all requested the Brahmadeva, who the guardians of regarding the quarters and the devas. Brahmadeva said, my bind-born sons, that is the sons I got by meditation, they are the four Sanat Kumara Rishis, Sanaka, Sanandana, Sanatana, and Sanat Kumara. These four Rishis, they will travel around the world and at one time they will reach the realm of Bhagavan, that is Vaikunta. So, with that, all the problems will be settled. So, you please wait for that. And Vaikunta is the place where everyone appear like Bhagavan. Only the great bhaktas will be able to reach Vaikunta. When they reach Vaikunta, they forget about their nature, their body consciousness, everything, and they appear like Bhagavan himself because they are constantly meditating on Bhagavan. So yeah, that tejas will come to them. That power of Bhagavan will come to them also. They all appear like Bhagavan, dressed in that yellow color robe and with all that divine ornaments. They do not see any difference in anyone. They do not have any ego. They do not have the sense that they are different from others, they are different from Bhagavan. They are not aware of the time consciousness because they are completely merged in Bhagavan and the thoughts of Bhagavan. And Vaikunta is the place where Bhagavan Srimad Narayana reside with Devi Lakshmi. So they are not aware of the concept of time. When these Sanat Kumara Rishis reach there, a solution will be found there. And as said, the Sanat Kumara Rishis, the four Rishis, they are Paramahamsas. They are always unclad because they are not aware of their body. They appear in the form of a child, that is 4 or 5 years child. So they went to the Vaikunta. One time they went to the Vaikunta. And all the other gates were open to them. They were able to cross all the other gates. But when they approached the final gate, and after that they can see Bhagavan directly, when they approached that final gate, they were obstructed by two gatekeepers of Bhagavan. They are the attendants of Bhagavan. They mocked the appearance of the rishis and they just obstructed these rishis by their words and baton. So the rishis got very angry. They said, how come you are in this realm and you have such a cruel face? All the other people, they appear just like Bhagavan. They don't see any difference in themselves. But you have perverted mind. How come you can obstruct us, we the great rishis? Not only that, you have seen difference. A person who sees difference cannot stay in this realm of consciousness, that is this realm of Bhagavan. And they also said Bhagavan is an embodiment of peace and he is devoid of any enmity. When you abstract us, that means you are thinking that we are enemies to Bhagavan. And moreover, how come this fear appear in your mind? Why do you protect Bhagavan? Because of fear that someone will disturb Bhagavan. Why? Is it in the Bhuloka that each one will fight with others so that they have to be protected? It is Vaikuntha. No one has any enmity towards anyone. So you have a perverted mind. You have a different mind. You think that we are enemies to Bhagavan. You protect us because you have some fear. The great bhaktas of Bhagavan will not have any fear. Since you have a fear, you saw difference among the different people and you do not know the value of the Rishis. I condemn all that. The Rishis said, we condemn all that. You all have to be reformed. Prakrishtam kartaha. You have to be reformed. And even though you are the attendant of this Vaikuntha, you are manda buddhi. You have you do not have that intelligence, pure intelligence or pure mind. So you have to be reformed. And because of that, they said, Tadvamamushya paramasya vikunda bhartuhu kartu prakrishtamih dhimahi mandadhibhyam lohanito vrajata mandara bhavadrashtya pabiya sastraya imeri bhavosya yatra. You will go to the Papa Lokas where there are three enemies. What are the three enemies? Kama, Krodha and Lobha. You will have uncontrollable desires. When a person has a desire, then definitely they will have anger. When you have anger and desires, definitely you will have that lobha, greediness. So since you have seen difference among us, you thought that we are enemies to Bhagavan and you want to protect Bhagavan. Because of all that, you are fit for only that Papa Loka where there are these three enemies. So you will go to that Loka and they excommunicated them from this divine realm. Immediately, the attendants of Sri Hari, they just begged to the Rishis, yes, we repent for what we have done. As you said, we are Manda Buddhi only. But please have grace on us. Please let us not forget Bhagavan in that Kama, Krodha, Lobha and Moha. Because of that, let us not forget Bhagavan. So far, we are guarding Bhagavan only for his good and for the good of others, not for any egoistic purpose. So like that, we do not know the value of you, so we obstructed you also. But Rishis, please have some mercy on us. Let us not forget Bhagavan in any situation. Wherever we are born, we are not concerned about it, but we should always remember Bhagavan. These attendants of Bhagavan Sri Hari requested to the four Sanat Kumara Rishis. So hearing all this, Bhagavan, who is residing inside with Sri Lakshmi, he came outside and saw that. When he came outside, the Sanat Kumara Rishis were able to see Bhagavan. So far, they are meditating in Bhagavan in their heart. They know that Bhagavan is their Antaratma, but he has taken this sattvic form to help the bhaktas. So they came to see Bhagavan for that. And he appeared before them with his yellow robe and beautifully decorated crown, the golden girdle to hold that robe, and the sparkling armlets with rare gems, Kuntala, Maharakuntala, with a smiling face, he appeared before them. And the Sanat Kumara Rishis immediately prostrated on the feet of Bhagavan and they said, Tam Tvam Vidama Bhagavan Paramatma Tattvam Satvena sampratiratim rachayantamesham yattenu taba vididairdrida bhakti yogaihi hridgrandayo hridi vidurmunayo viragaha. Any muni or any rishi who have unswearing bhakti, drida bhakti yoga by their unswearing bhakti, and udagrantaka, non-egoistic, and viraga, without any desire, complete no raga towards anyone. Only they are able to see you in this form. You have taken this sattvic form to help others, to help this creation. You are the Atma Tattva, you are the Atma of all beings, but you have taken this form for this manifested world. And so far, we are meditating you as our Atma Tattva, meditating your form inside us. But now we are able to see you. So, salutations, Bhagavan, they said, and they also said, your bhaktas, they even reject moksha just to be with you in this realm. Kamam bhava svavrujinairnirayeshu na syat chetoli vadhyati nute patayorameta vachaschanas tulasi vadhyati dengi grashobhaha puryedate gunaganairiadhi karnarantraha. So we cursed your bhaktas because they didn't allow us. So for that misdeed, whatever punishment you give, we are ready to accept it. Whatever punishment you give for us, we will accept it because we have cursed your bhaktas. We are not aware of this body, so wherever you send us, we are ready to accept it. We do not care for any type of sufferings because the suffering is only for the body and mind. Because the body suffers, the mind may also suffer. Or when someone insults or someone talk ill about us, then we suffer mentally. That's because we are so much attached with the body, mind, and buddhi. When someone say that you are a manta buddhi, then immediately we feel so angry or we cry because we are attached to the mind. When someone um, uh, tell bad about our mind or our physical form, we feel so bad because we are so much attached to our body and mind. But these are all great rishis, the mind-born sons of Brahma. So they do not care about all this. So wherever you send us, no matter, but we should always be attached with you mentally, they said. So just like how the bee is to the flower. Paduscha kartayadidam puruhutarupam tenesha nivridimavapuralam drushonnaha tasmatidam bhagavate nama yidvidhema yonatmanam durudayo bhavan pratidaha. So your divine form, Bhava, cannot be seen by any impure mind. So you have revealed your form, your sattvic nature, that form to us. That itself has given great spiritual fulfillment for us. So whatever punishment you give, we four rishis are ready to accept it because we cursed your bhakta. So that much respect the rishis also gave to the bhaktas of Srimad Narayana. The rishis said, we salute that supreme being who cannot be attained by a man without self-control. So since we meditated on Bhagavan for such a long time, we are able to see his form. And by the grace of Bhagavan, by your grace, you reveal your form to us. So salutations to you, Bhagavan, the four rishis said. And they said, and they waited for Bhagavan to respond, which we will see in my next upload. Shri Narayana Khila Guru Bhagavan Namaste Om Shri Krishna Arpanamastu